So these two TikTok girlies got in a major feud on the platform, back and forth, saying the worst things they could about each other, and then they hashed it out, and now it's back in the spotlight. So, and Pop-Tart's rubbing on my tripod.
Say, roll the disclaimer. Just say something.
Yeah, the disclaimer. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So here's the thing. You guys know my friend DC. Say hello to DC here on YouTube. About 2 weeks ago, she did a live stream reacting to this woman that we're going to be talking about today. Her name is Beauty by StephanieA LLC. That's her name on TikTok, on Facebook, probably Instagram. I don't know where else she's at, but that is her name. She rose to prominence because she does this thing where she does her makeup, but like she leaves a unibrow on the entire time and she looks ridiculous. But you know what? I'm gonna give it to her because that is genius marketing. Imagine just scrolling through TikTok or Facebook or whatever and you see this lady pop up with a unibrow, just doing her makeup all glammed out and stuff with a unibrow, and you're like, what the hell is going on here? I'm gonna stay and watch it. Genius, honestly. No shade there. The shade comes from the fact that she is part of a multi-level marketing company called Farmasi. And first of all, before we even get into all of that, one of the videos we're gonna react to today, this lady's like, Farmasi's not an MLM. Yes, it is. She goes, it's not an MLM anymore. It's social selling. Bitch, that's a synonym, all right? Social selling, network marketing, direct sales, MLM, multi-level marketing, all of that, they're all the same. They're interchangeable. Direct sales can be a little bit different, and then sometimes they'll use the term affiliate also, which can also mean different things. It actually like does mean something different. But in general, like if you hear people using those words, a red flag should go up. Direct sales often don't have like recruiting aspects to it, but you could still use the term direct sales to describe multi-level marketing. So that's kind of where there's like a gray area with those terms, but like everything else, network marketing, MLM, social selling, it's all the same thing. Okay, you can call it whatever you want, but if it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, it's probably a fucking duck. I'll put the compensation plan on the screen here and you can very clearly see that they are making money off of generational bonuses and stuff, meaning they're making percentages of what their recruited people are selling, all the way down to, I believe from what I remember seeing, it was like 7 levels deep or something. So you could recruit someone and then someone else can recruit another person and then so on and so forth, 7 levels deep, and you will get paid on all that. That is multi-level. There are multiple levels to that compensation plan. So yeah, Farmasi's an MLM. I don't give a shit what you want to call it. Social selling? Okay, that is a term that your industry made up because the stigma around multi-level marketing is so tainted and so bad that you guys all were like, we're not MLM anymore, we're social selling, but didn't change like fucking anything. These people know what they're doing. And now that that's out of the way, that's where I have a problem with this woman. I don't have a problem with her fucking unibrow. I don't have a problem with her makeup. I don't have a problem with her going live on TikTok. I don't even have an issue with her getting a commission for selling a product, because that would be affiliate. The MLM issue is when you start recruiting people because it gets really manipulative. It gets catty, like we're going to see today. People get hurt. People lose money. A majority, like a vast majority, we're talking like over 90% depending on which study you look at, which there are multiple, and they all basically come to the same conclusion that participating in multi-level marketing companies is harmful financially and also mentally. Like it fucks with your mental health. We've seen that come out of MLM horror stories, you know, just like mental health issues afterwards. Anyway, okay, so this woman, yeah, she does this to sell her Farmasi makeup. And I have reviewed Farmasi makeup on this channel before. It's been a few years. I tried a bunch of their makeup because one of you guys sent it to me to my P.O. box. I will say that while there were some things that I was just like, there were a lot of things I actually did like with Farmasi. I used to be with Lime Life and Gold Canyon Candles, and I loved both of those products. So I guess I came into the anti-MLM movement knowing that not all MLM products are shitty. Farmasi is one of those companies. I actually kept like 2 of the lip glosses that were sent to me. Like I think I still have them. I don't have a problem with Farmasi's makeup. I have in their product. I have a problem with their compensation plan and their business model. I have a problem with recruiting people and the means to go about doing so. So here's my understanding of the situation. And we're gonna watch some videos from this era. A lot of them have been deleted, but apparently some of these clips still live on Reddit and they're still there, and that's how we have them. So apparently this woman had a team. My understanding is that there was a feud. There were 2 people that this woman basically kicked off of her team, and I don't really know how that works because certain MLMs like don't let you change uplines, or they really make it difficult to, or I don't know, maybe she just like kicked them out of like the group pages or something, I don't know, and like refused to communicate with them, which is pretty shitty. If you join someone in an MLM, like you're joining that person because they're supposed to be the one who's like coaching you or whatever. So I don't know the details about that. Like I said, a lot of this has been deleted, but anyway, there was a feud, and some of the people who got kicked out of this girl's team, however that wound up happening, went on a rampage against her, and then it was just a back and forth TikTok war, just making evil videos about each other. Very catty stuff. I have some examples to show you from this woman, so let's do that. Oh, by the way, this all happened in October. We're in January now. Oh, well, by the time this video comes out, it'll be February. Yeah, so this happened like a few months ago, so it's like wild that we're still talking about it, and she would probably argue, be like, I wanted this to end, I tried to end this, why is this still going? It's like, because you keep talking about it, you keep doing this to yourself. You just can't let anything be left alone. Like you feel like you have to have the last word, and like this is a learning lesson, I think, for her, hopefully, and for myself as a content creator, and I think for anyone else who creates content. I think sometimes you need to go through some not so great moments to learn lessons. At least that's how I am. I always have to learn things the hard way. Maybe she's like that too, and that's fine. But so far, it's been a few months since this happened, and I don't think she's learned anything. So, all right, let's watch this first video of her just screeching and being mad.
I'm fed up! Fed up! You want to know what it boils down to? Let me tell you something. People come in my lives, they don't even say, hey. Let me just go ahead and get this out there. They don't even say hey to me, but they come in here and they say, oh, I'm with such and such. I'm with this company too. I'm with this one. You know why they do that? Because they're poaching your people. They're hoping people will follow them. And people get mad at me because I address it. Well, honey, you ain't even said one dang word to me. Okay? Not even one word. Not even one word to me but that. And you don't like me for that? Okay, you know what? That's how I feel on that. Right? Right?
Bring your name up.
Now, without knowing any of the context, like when all of this started, oh yeah, I brought up DC earlier, and the reason I brought her up is because she just found this like a few weeks ago and reacted to it on a live stream, and it's just kind of like none of us knew like the details behind this. We didn't know there was a feud going on between all these pharmacy distributors. None of us knew. All we saw was this woman freaking out, saying that people were trying to poach her customers and poach her recruits and stuff, which in and of itself, in an MLM drama situation, is funny to me anyway. We just love to watch the girlies fight each other. I wanted to recruit her. No, I wanted to recruit her. She was mine first. Like fighting over people, like treating people as objects, which is essentially how MLMs operate. I just think her reaction is way far over the line for that. But obviously we know now that she's going through other stuff.
Everything that I talk about my team, about the friending thing that we have talked about, I've had teammates get into it with each other. Get into it with each other over one customer buying from this one, going to this one, going to this one, and causing drama in the team.
It's so
You know
stupid.
what I said? Follow each other. Follow each other. You want to know the reason it's best not to friend? Because when you go to add people to your network, because we're in social media, we're in network marketing, you need to add people to your network, right? I mean, come on now. It's social media. If you're in network marketing or you're selling anything, the whole point is to grow.
Yeah, the whole point is to recruit as many people as possible so you can make as much money as possible! Regardless of what happens to any of the people I recruit afterwards, I just want them on my team so I can make money off of them! And it's interesting too that she referred to it as network marketing. We're gonna hear later, she's like, it's not MLM, it's social selling. And it's like, okay, so she even interchanges all the words. She knows what the fuck she's doing. She's not stupid, she's just trying to be tough. Farmasi is one of those companies that like, they're kind of like Avon in the way where they're makeup is not super expensive. Like it's actually really affordable for an MLM, and because most MLMs have their prices like marked the fuck up because you know you got to pay out all these bonuses and stuff. I don't know how Farmasi does it. They also give their reps 50% commission, which is also pretty unheard of. Not to talk farmasi up, but like I certainly don't think that farmasi is the most like manipulative MLM. By nature, MLMs are manipulative, they're unethical. Farmasi, I feel like it would be really hard to run yourself into like full-on bankruptcy with farmasi, you know what I mean? So it's bad because it's an MLM, because it's network marketing, because it's social selling. It's bad in that way, but like at least their makeup is semi-affordable. So like they're all fighting over customers, like they're losing money. Like, oh, if you go shop with her, like, and not me, then you're giving money to her and not me, and then I'm gonna go broke. And it's like, dude, you need to chill. You need to relax.
Duh! But you wanna know what? It's best not to friend people in your own place. You wanna know why? Because when you go to add friends, guess what? It's gonna pull friends from the people you're friends with. And there you go.
So what she's describing, which this is something that happens a lot in MLM. You'll go to like a higher up multi-level marketing distributor. You can go see their friends list and people will just go and like add everyone, like assuming that they're customers who are going to buy from them too. There was actually a situation a few years back with Monat, the shampoo cult. This is really sad actually, but there was a Monat distributor who was murdered by her husband, but they didn't figure out it was the husband until like a year later. Anyway, she was high up in Monat too, so it's like she had a decent social media following. It was revealed to us through another Monat distributor who knew what the fuck was going on and had conversations with these people after this woman was murdered. Her name was Alexis Sharkey. They went through her Instagram and went following all of her followers to be like, hey, sorry she died. Do you want to buy from me now? Like, that's messed up. There really is no morals in MLMs. It's the Wild West out there and they'll do that shit. So yeah, that's what she's referring to. She's saying like, don't add people as a friend, just let them follow you. Which like, can you even see a list of people who follow a Facebook page? Maybe, I don't know, but that's what she's referring to. That's what she's saying, because otherwise they're gonna poach your people.
Drama City. Come on now. And you want to turn that around on me? I am yelling. I am raising my voice. Guess what? This is my life. This is my house. I want people to know that I mean business.
Hey,
You know?
me.
You see what it's doing? I got almost 700 in here. What? I know.
Oh my god. Dude, her husband's the MVP. I don't know anything about this guy. He could be a douche too, but like, this is him looking out for her, being like, I don't know what he whispered to her, but he's, you know, clearly being like, you need to fucking calm down. And I think that's what we should do for our loved ones when we see them acting a fool like this. Also, I don't know if you guys have been reading the chat, but some of them are really funny.
And let me tell you, just like he said to me, I have to be a role model for people.
That's what he
and
said.
Inspiration. Just like my word for this year is love, because love conquers anything. But I do not put up with bull crap. I will not tolerate it. And as soon as I put up my boundaries, I gave you, and you want to know what? Another thing that was said. Let me just go into this. Another thing that was said. I gave you a pay it forward order. Let me tell you something. So you can hit your little 18% that you hit at one time. And we're going to go there.
You're not on my team anymore,
okay? You're not on my team. You got fired. You got fired. You got terminated. Okay? Got terminated. Right? Okay?
Oh god. Food just comes out of nowhere. Oh my god. She's ruthless. I don't know why that person got terminated. I don't even know who she's talking to, but someone in the chat is calling her Karen, I think. You are too much, Karen.
You said I rubbed it in your face.
Ugh. What in the hillbilly hell?
I never mentioned a word about it. Let's tell the truth. I didn't mention a word about it until maybe a few weeks ago, because you guys continued on. Just like the one we bought all of her grandkids bicycles and stuff. I'm not like that. I don't rub stuff in people's faces. But you have kicked me and you keep going. You won't stop. It's been going since October 1st. You've been making videos. You've been doing all your things. Both of you guys. Every video that she has made.
Okay, that was where it cut off, so we don't have any more footage from this particular live stream, but obviously we can see what this woman is about and what kind of attitude she has when people say and do things to her that she doesn't like. It's one thing to stand up, oh, hi, Pippi. It's one thing to defend yourself and stand up for yourself, but it's another thing to get on TikTok live and just like screech at people like this and just like behave so erratically. Like, and she was saying, oh, I have 700 people in here, look at me, dee. It's like, yeah, cause you're being cray. But that's not the end here. We have yet another rant from this time where she was going off about this drama.
I am so tired of hearing my name on the internet. You have to use it for clout because you can't get none of your own. That's the real truth.
That was weird.
And I see other people over there. I see it. And I'm not even going to mention their name because I'm telling you right now, I'm taking legal action. It's went way entirely too far. Way entirely too far, and I did not do anything to deserve it.
I think she's talking about the people she was yelling at in the last video. Her threatening legal action is a theme with her, apparently. We'll get to that more in a minute. I guess I understand that, like, someone who isn't constantly being threatened with legal action that almost never coalesces into actual legal action. Like, anyone who doesn't deal with that, I feel like I understand them being like, oh yeah, ooh, I don't want to deal with that. She threatened legal action, I better back off. And it's like, most of the time it's bullshit. And guys, lawyers are really expensive. It costs a lot of money to sue somebody. So it's like, generally, I think that's why, unless you're Hannah Alonso being sued by $1 billion company, generally these like little tiny civil issues are just not worth it. But I think she's doing this to act tough, and it's honestly pathetic. Like, I don't know how old this woman is. If I had to guess, I'd say she's at least in her 40s. Like, you're a grown ass woman and you're out here just like screeching on the internet, threatening to sue people. It's not cute. I don't know what you think you're doing here, but it's not cute.
I'm the one being blamed. I'm the one being called a meth head. You want to know what? By goodness, yes. Go check my record. Go check it. I went to jail how many times in that past 3 years that I went to jail during when I lost my dang mind because I lost everything because my husband was laying in a hospital bed and couldn't move. Tell me how you would be when you lost it all. Your business. Tell me what you would do. You didn't have nobody helping you.
Okay, listen. No one is talking shit about any of that. That fucking sucks. As far as drug addiction goes, like, that's a real fucking thing, dude. That is a real struggle that people have. I personally feel like anyone who uses someone's addiction against them, like, I feel like that's really terrible. Like, that's one of the worst things you can do. Like, I don't have an addictive personality. I don't think I've ever been addicted to anything, ever. So I guess I can't, like, relate to what it's like, but it's not that hard to kind of look around you and look at the struggles of other people who have been addicted to substances before, or anything really, but substances specifically in this situation, and have empathy for them. To just be like, yeah, dude, I'm sure it's hard. We all know somebody who has tried to quit smoking and failed multiple times, you know? Like, it's not easy. So anyone who's making fun of this woman for her life struggles, for her drug addiction, for, like, all that shit with her husband, like, that sucks. I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation, having to be like a full-time caretaker of my husband in like a terrible medical emergency. Like, yeah, that's gonna stress anyone out. However, and let me just put this out there, no one in the anti-mlm world who has made content about this has given her shit about that. Nobody has. And no one should. Don't you do it. Also, I guess I should say, don't show up in this woman's DMs or on her pages or anything and contact her and talk shit. Don't do that. Don't harass this person. Don't ever, I mean, this goes for every single video I ever make. Please don't, like, contact these people. Don't take it real life, you know. But what this is a person who is out of control, and she's going to continue acting this way. She is still acting this way to this day, which is why I'm making this video, which we haven't even gotten to yet. But it's like, at what point do you realize that, like, you're the one causing yourself so much discomfort, so much pain? Other people are trying to bring you down and you're fucking letting them by behaving this way. You're giving them more fuel. The best thing that you can do in the face of controversy, in the face of people saying things about you that you don't want them to be saying, is just to, like, ignore it, dude. She should take notes from, like, so many other multi-level marketing distributors out there who just, like, completely ignore the anti-MLM movement. And as fun as it is to, you know, get these videos of people reacting to anti-MLM content or like talking shit to anti-MLMers, people who don't agree with them. As fun as that is, it's not something we get very often considering all the MLM content out there. She should take notes from these people. If you want people to stop talking about you, stop egging them on. That's exactly what she's doing right now. And I know it's hard, like, to get a grip on your emotions. And a lot of this, I feel like, is a learning process. Like I said, I had to learn this kind of stuff the hard way. I'm still learning every single day. But ultimately, at what point do you start to take responsibility instead of trying to yell at people on the internet? At what point do you go, I need to stop this behavior that I'm doing?
Over 500,000 in doctor bills at that point.
That sucks.
Tell me how you would do. Tell me how you would be being a caregiver 24/7 every day without a break. You ask one person to sit in with him for 2 hours and they make him mad and make him upset and make him hurt. I never asked again. I never asked a soul to do anything again. So you want to know what? I fell off my rocker. Sure did. Yes, I did. Am I proud of that? No, I am not. That will haunt me until I leave this world. You understand that?
The other thing, too, that she's doing is trauma dumping. She's sharing too much information. Why is this a theme on my channel for the past month? So many people just getting on here and, like, saying way too much. And I understand the emotion. I understand. But also, $500,000, is that, like, after insurance? Because, like, your insurance is fucking awful. But also, from a humanist perspective, no one should be in debt because of medical bills. No one should even have to pay for them themselves. I don't think so anyway. I think healthcare is a right and it shouldn't be a privilege. So yeah, throwing $500,000 worth of doctor bills on just your average family would absolutely destroy somebody, and I don't think that's okay. But that's a systemic issue, so I can't blame her for that. Like, that shit happens. I mean, unless you're just uninsured. Is she uninsured? But then at the same time, you can't get mad at people who are uninsured because, like, the healthcare marketplace is so expensive. I just think that whole aspect of our society in this country is just so beyond fucked up. $500,000 in a medical emergency, that's not right. What's also not right is the way that she is just oversharing to the max and being really loud about it. All of this over makeup. An MLM that sells makeup. All of this is drama within an MLM team. It's so wild.
That will haunt me until I leave this world. You don't understand. But I'm going to tell you this is not fair. And I am taking legal action and they're going to pay. They're going to pay. My husband's family is millionaires. So I hope they're ready. I hope they're ready. I hope they're ready.
You think your husband's family is going to shill out tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars for you to sue people for saying things about you on the internet? Like, first of all, hi, welcome to America. We have freedom of speech here, and we are entitled to have our opinions. Now, if someone's going up and, like, straight up making total lies up about you, and it's detrimental to your business, if you're losing money, business. She's an independent contractor with an MLM, but still. If someone's just like making up lies about you, that's one thing. But like, just because someone's running around and, albeit distastefully, shoving her past in her face and stuff, yeah, that's really shitty. But like, that's not something that you can sue. I mean, you can sue someone for anything, but you're not gonna get far. Like, you're not gonna win that case in court. And it's like, and you're gonna put that on your husband's family, be like, people are saying mean things about me on the internet, mother-in-law. Can you please give me $100,000 so I can sue everyone who says mean things about me? What reality do you live in where you think that that's a thing that normal people do? The only people who do that are billionaires. I'm looking at you, Frank Vandersloot.
Allegedly, in my opinion.
So like, okay, threaten all the legal action you want, ma'am, but like, I don't know what you think it's accomplishing other than like just speaking out and being like, oh, I have money because my husband's parents are rich. That's akin to being like, you can't bully me, my dad's a cop. It's schoolyard manipulative tactics, you know?
I hope they're ready for what they're getting, because this is nuts. This is nuts. This has went way overboard, and I'm tired of being hurt, and I'm tired of going through this every day. And if for anybody that wants to run back and forth, I'm blocking you. I don't care what you buy. I don't care who you are. I'm blocking you. If you go back and forth and you're saying mean, hurtful things from this point right now, it's 11:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Tennessee. If I catch anybody of my people going back and forth, saying mean things, saying anything intentionally, I will block you. I will block you. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. And if that's me trying to control people, that's me kind of trying to control people. I don't want anybody mixed up with them. Period. It in a nutshell. I didn't do enough. I gave you orders, but I didn't do enough. I gave you a body, but I didn't do enough. I'm not a good leader because I didn't take your side when you were talking to people like dogs. You treat me any old way and say whatever you want to. But when it comes to when I kick you out of a chat because you're disrespectful to the rest of the group, then it's my fault. It's my fault. I'm standing up for me and I'm tired of it and I am taking legal action. This only goes so far. You'll see my actions will come to fruition. I promise you that. I tried to give them time.
Okay, so that's where that cuts off. We don't have anything left from that live. But, like, seriously, you're really gonna try to tell me that all of this just stemmed because you kicked someone out of a chat? I mean, if she runs that chat, she has every right to kick people out of that chat. This also falls on the people who are fighting with her, because clearly they're not any better, any more mature, any more ethical and respectful of their fellow human beings. She's obviously not the only one in the wrong here. She's just the only one we have videos of. And I really wish we could see what these people were actually saying about her, because if they're just like calling her a meth head, like she's the one who said that earlier in the last one. I'm not saying that. But like, if you were arrested for having and doing meth and you got arrested for it, and then someone goes on the internet and says she got arrested for doing meth, that's not like defamation, that's just truth, you know? So it makes me wonder, like, what exactly was said. Because it sounds to me like they don't really need to make up anything about this woman to try to make her look bad. She just has a past that does, like, objectively make somebody look bad. It's just shitty to hold the past against people like that. But it's certainly not defamation or slander or anything like that. If it's true, it's true. Like, defamation and slander has to be false. Like, the person had to have knowingly have been, like, spreading rumors and lies about you with the intent to cause harm to your business for it to be considered actual defamation or slander or whatever. I mean, something tells me that's not what was happening, but I don't know. Anyway, so everything culminated into what we just watched. What ended up happening, and we're not going to go through this live because it's just kind of like, I don't really care about what their stupid drama was, but her and the main woman she was fighting with, I guess her name is Gina. Well, the Stephanie lady was live, and then she brought Gina in, like, over the audio or whatever, and they both, like, made up, I guess, while Stephanie was doing her unibrow makeup. It's kind of goofy in that way, but, you know, whatever.
It's got to stop from here, and move forward. And I want that.
They hashed stuff out. They had their stuff personally squashed, whatever. Time to move on with their lives. Stephanie went and posted a few things on, I guess this looks like TikTok stories, Instagram maybe? I don't know. But after they made up, she said, I want to say after my TikTok live last night, there will not be any discussion about any of the drama/negativity I've been dealing with since October 1st. If you see videos/pictures, please don't send them to me. I don't want to know anything the other party is doing. Putting my blinders on and moving forward. Quite frankly, this is what you should have done in the first place. I understand that emotions can run high. Like, it's one thing to, like, have a moment of panic and then, like, reel yourself back in and then, you know, let this go on for a day and be like, I'm not interacting with these people anymore. I just want to move forward. But apparently she let this go on for, like, weeks, if not months, and really ended up digging herself into a hole. That's why this whole situation happened, because she couldn't just, like, let it go. But also at the same time, I feel like farmasi probably should have stepped in and told them all to fucking chill out too, right? I guess farmasi is to blame for some of this also. I don't want to have hate in my heart or be bitter. I love the laugh and have conversations while playing in makeup, while selling some to help support my family. If you made it this far, just know you matter and are important. Let's get back to having a good time and loving on each other. Let other people go and see if we can learn some techniques to help each other. Great. Love the sentiment. That's fantastic. But did she do this? No, because this is the reason why we're talking about her. About 2 weeks ago, DC went live and reacted to what we were just watching before. She kind of went down a rabbit hole and like watched the live where they were hashing stuff out. If you want to go watch that live and see what went on between her and this lady when they were hashing stuff out, I'll put DC's live in the description. You can go watch it. I guess it's interesting if you care about this situation, but I didn't want to go through all of it because I'm just like, it's kind of irrelevant, because the one we're really focusing on here is this Stephanie woman who just cannot behave like a civilized person on the internet. So yeah, DC went live, and then last night, as I'm filming this, Stephanie found DC's live. It's up to 1.1 thousand views, so it's not like it's like viral or anything like that. And it was like 2 weeks ago, you know? So it's like all of a sudden, out of nowhere, DC starts getting a bunch of comments on this video. Actually, let's scroll through some of them because they're kind of funny. This person says, Dee Dee, her name is DC. Dee Dee, you should do your research before you get on here and talk about things. 80% of everything you said is false. Well, that's a very specific number. How'd you get 80%? How did you calculate that? I have been in Steph's community for over 6 years. Your accusations are so false. Can I just say this too? DC never like accused her of anything. DC was just watching her videos and reacting to them. I have this weird like mama bear feelings about her, like even though she's older than me. When I see people coming at her, I get really protective over her. I love DC. I think she is a light in a world of darkness. Like I was there when DC was live and I watched through it this morning when I realized I was gonna film this video. I'm like, what the are you talking about? Accusations? Like DC didn't make any accusations against her. DC didn't even say anything bad at all. I don't know. These people who are commenting on this video also probably didn't actually watch it. They're probably just out here just talking shit. And there's quite a few of them, so you know that the Stephanie girl posted the link to this somewhere. She had to have. The same person who left that last comment left another comment and said, I just want to say this. You have this video all out of context? You mean out of context? I'm sorry you feel this way, but Stephanie is an amazing person. Everybody has feelings, and this was a long time coming of people bullying her for 4+ months. If you're gonna clip her lives, you should clip the ones bullying her daily. Please and thanks. First of all, DC didn't even clip this live. She got it off of, I think, Reddit. But also, this is just my opinion, but Stephanie gives me the vibes of somebody who claims that she's being bullied when it's just someone like trying to hold her accountable. You know what I mean? Like being like, hey, Stephanie, maybe don't read the comments. Maybe don't interact with these people. Don't do this. Don't do that. Oh, you're bullying me. You're trying to control me. It's like, I get the feeling that she's that kind of person. So it's like, when you say that she's been bullied, what do you mean by that? Guys, it's makeup. It's makeup. It's an MLM that sells makeup. I think she's just like reaching for sympathy points when it comes to that. But anyway, there's more to that too, because she does address it. But anyway, oh yeah, Stephanie is in these comments on DC's video also, like obsessively commenting. She says, you obviously don't know how the comp plan works. #1 sales is because of my own personal volume. 0 to do with the team. Get it correct if you're going to talk and show info. Get your facts right. I don't know. Okay, so apparently she #1 in sales in the whole company, because that's wild, but I also believe it. Like her eyebrow thing works. The unibrow thing works. That's why I keep saying she's a genius, because she's not afraid to look goofy just to get attention, I guess. This person's like, please take this edited video down. First of all, it was a live stream. And it was a clip from one of Stephanie's live streams. And she was just reacting to a clip, like an unedited clip that came from one of Stephanie's live streams, like the ones that we were just watching. Like none of that was edited. I didn't edit anything out. I obviously stopped to talk, but nothing is taken out of context. This same person also says, you could all benefit from watching this talented lady. You are all quick to point the finger about things you may not understand. Yeah, we don't understand network marketing. Or I'm sorry, social selling, because it's not an MLM. Anyway, sorry. This lady is very talented and artistic and actually does a very amazing job. Okay, none of us ever said she didn't. We're making fun of her unibrow because she looks goofy, but none of us said that her makeup at the end of all of it looks like shit. And even if it did, it's our opinion, and she sells makeup, so like it would be constructive criticism at that point. But anyway, however, I have found this edited repost very disrespectful to her and the company she represents. Well, farmasi. They're an unethical MLM, so as far as I'm concerned, they are deserving of all the disrespect in the world. Maybe you could try before you rip apart. You can actually make a purse from pig skin, whatever the that means. Love your stunned mullet look. Your marketing facts are wrong too. What does that mean? DC doesn't have a mullet. DC has the most long, beautiful, luscious black hair I've ever seen in my life. I have hair envy of her every time I look at her. What mullet are you talking about? And maybe you could try before you rip apart? Are you saying like try an MLM? Because DC was like not at the bottom of Mary Kay. She was in Young Living. Like she was fairly successful in Mary Kay. So something tells me she's tried. All right. Yeah. This person says that's not what happened. Okay. Then what happened? All DC did was react to what you said. Nothing takes away from my business. I will continue to be #1 seller as normal. Congratulations. So in that case, she's sitting here admitting none of this stuff that you all say about me is harming my business. So it's like, okay, so then why are you suing or threatening to sue? If you sue somebody, like if you're suing someone for defamation, it's because like they're affecting your livelihood. They are causing like actual detriment to your life, to your family, to your well-being. You're sitting here admitting this doesn't even mess with any of it. Nope, still gonna be the best seller in the world. Okay, good for you. But like we always say too, we always will sit here and celebrate when a multi-level marketing business in the United States, or anywhere I guess, when they close down, it is cause for celebration. The multi-level marketing industry has been on such a downward, like steep decline for the past few years. And I think a lot of it is because of the anti-MLM discourse that we see all over the internet. Like, people don't like these companies. And given her behavior on the internet, something tells me she's just saying this stuff to make herself feel better, to like try to manifest that she will continue to have success, when really MLMs are just dropping like flies left and right, you know? Okay, so this one is the funny one. Like, this comment is what made me really want to make a video about her, because I'm like, she doesn't even know. She says, "You're," not you are, "you're using my content and copywriter without my knowledge." Yeah, she is. So there's this thing called fair use, the fair use doctrine in copyright law in the United States of America. It literally says that you are allowed to use bits of other people's content as long as the content that results from it is transformative and not a replacement for the original content. So her original content was supposed to like sell this fucking makeup. DC's content was to point out how unethical she's being, how crazy she's being. Kind of the exact opposite of what that woman wants her content to represent. That very easily falls under fair use. Also, as far as using other people's copyrighted content for critique or parody, stuff like that is considered to be protected under fair use. Look this shit up, girl. Like, you're up here trying to be like,
This is copyright infringement.
no, it's not. This very perfectly falls under the fair use doctrine, as does this video. So I'm putting this out here, and it'll obviously be in the disclaimer at the beginning of this video, but like, you cannot get this video or DC's video or anyone else's videos taken down on the basis of copyright infringement. And I've had people try to do this to me multiple times. When I make a video about them, they go and submit a false copyright infringement claim, which is punishable under penalty of perjury, by the way, according to the form you have to fill out and agree to when you submit a copyright claim on YouTube. It literally said, like, you have to acknowledge that everything you say is true under penalty of perjury. And the reason we all know that, also, here's a really fun fact. If you do that, YouTube will send a copy of the copyright complaint to the creator so they can see all the bullshit that you went off saying, like, my content makes up the entirety of this video. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. This is transformative, and YouTube knows this. YouTube fights for its creators' rights to continue to make reaction content because, quite frankly, it makes up a lot of the content that people consume on this platform. YouTube knows that, and they're gonna continue to fight for it. Go ahead and try, all right? You're not gonna get very far. And then she commented, this is also Stephanie, "Take my photos and my voice down, buttercup." Gross. First of all, gross. This passive-aggressive bullshit is nasty. Like, you are a nasty person for this shit. You could sit here and be like, oh, poor girl, she has a past that's just like so painful, and she was addicted to meth, and her husband got sick, and she has all this medical debt, and blah, 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 blah. Also, by the way, $500,000 in medical bills that she's claiming that she has, you're saying that his parents are millionaires, so like, why are you in medical debt? If your millionaire in-laws are willing to shill out money to help you guys, why are you in medical debt? Allegedly, I guess, apparently. I don't know. Maybe she makes enough money in pharmacy to have just like paid it all off. I don't know. Again, even though she gets 50% commission whenever she sells something from pharmacy, they're pretty cheap products, so even a 50% commission isn't like that much. much, but yeah, I don't know. I would think that your in-laws would be shilling out $500,000 to help you pay off their son's medical debt first, and if they're not even doing that, then why are you expecting them to drop hundreds of thousands of dollars to help you sue people who say things you don't like on the internet? Seriously. Like, take responsibility for yourself, dude. Like, you are behaving like a child. You are behaving like a my dad's a cop kid. That's what you're fucking doing right now. And it's so immature. It is childish. It is sad. And it's very, very clear how insecure you are. And by the way, DC's not going to take that video down. I'm not going to take this video down. I'm not fucking doing it. So good luck, I guess. Stephanie also says, more exposure for me. Love it. Okay, then why are you freaking the out? I don't think you love it. And that is going to be made very clear when we watch the next video we're going to be reacting to. Anyone who's watching DC's content and anyone who's watching this video you're watching right now, most likely is not going to go to your social media and follow you and buy shit from you and join your team. So sure, it'll bring you more exposure, but it's not going to be the kind of exposure that you think is going to propel you into stardom. Because also, do you really think that we've never heard anyone say this to us before? I've been covering multi-level marketing bullshit for 6 years now. You think this is the first time someone's come up to me and been like, oh, you're just making me more famous, you're just making me more successful? There's a fucking plane. Keep going, girl. I love the haters. They make us so much more money. Like, my business has blasted off ever since you started talking to me. 9 times out of 10, that MLM shuts down or they leave the company like a few months later, or not because of what I did, but because like MLMs are on a downward trajectory regardless of what I say about them personally or not, you know? The whole industry is going down for many, many reasons. So, okay, good luck, I guess. Take this exposure and do something with it. I don't know. Like, you seem really happy that people are making content about you if we're just going off of these comments, but we know that's not true, sis. She also said to DC, it's funny how you don't get all the facts, but guess what? Cease and desist is coming your way, baby. I don't even know you. I don't know any of the people really that I've reacted to on my YouTube channel for the past 6 years. That doesn't mean anything. It's like, so who cares if I know you or not? I know enough about you. I have seen the way you behave on the internet. That's enough about you to know that like you're someone that I don't want to associate with. Like, by choice, I don't want to associate with you. Probably the same for DC and anyone else watching this video. And then also, cease and desist. Oh no, I'm so scared. Guys, cease and desist letters are not legally binding, but they do cost like hundreds, if not over 1,000, maybe even multiple thousands of dollars, depending on your lawyer and what they charge to do that. It costs a significant amount of money to send somebody a cease and desist letter. So if that's what you want to do, girl, go for it, all right? But I can tell you, I've received so many cease and desist letters in my time. They don't scare me. They don't scare DC. They don't scare anyone in the anti-MLM movement, because we've all received multiple and they've always been a scare tactic, except for when Hannah Alonso got sued by Frank Vandersloot, who was a billionaire. But anyway, every other time, I have never seen a cease and desist letter turn into a lawsuit when it comes to multi-level marketing distributors. And you know why? Because that shit's expensive, and I don't think they're as well off as they want you to believe they are. Like, let me save you some money, sis. Maybe don't even fucking bother, because I can promise you that if you start sending cease and desists to not just me, but anyone else in this movement who's ever said anything about you, we're going to make content out of it. Like, it's just gonna bring more content to us. We are going to be able to use that to make more content about you. And we're going to. Like, it's not an if, it's a win. So go ahead, waste thousands of dollars sending cease and desist letters so that we have more free content. Thanks. She also commented and said, this is hilarious. And then someone else responded, hilarious, like spelling it right. Hilarious. What? Who spells it that way? I've never seen it spelled that way. Anyway, so she gets all up in DC's shit, and then what does she do? After she gets done obsessively commenting on DC's shit, she goes on Facebook Live, literally an hour later, because, like, I'm looking right now. Her first comment was 17 hours ago. Her most recent comment was from 12 hours ago, so she went 5 hours, like, commenting on DC's shit, watching it, going live to talk more shit, and then coming back and then leaving more comments. So anyway, so we have the Facebook Live we're gonna watch. This is her going off about finding DC's live. Before we watch this, I want you to understand that, like, when you post shit on the internet, it is there forever. I think we all know that. You just see the shit, you block it and move on. Like, what should have happened when she found DC's live has been like, man, people are still talking about this. This is stupid. Anyway, done. Period. Go ahead. Keep talking. And like, yeah, so this woman had this stuff happen to her a few months ago. DC just found out about it, made a video, made a live stream about it because it was new to her and she shared it. And instead of just ignoring it and being like, or whatever, not to follower shame or anything like that. You know I love DC, but like the live has 1,000 views and she's got less than 10,000 followers. This woman has over 100,000 followers on TikTok. She is punching down so hard. Pick on someone your own size, dude. It's just not a cute look when someone with like a shitload of followers starts taking the piss out of just like little guys, especially when it's for no reason. And that's the vibe I get from this. Move on. It's an anti-mlm creator, dude. Obviously, we're not gonna agree with what you're doing. Like, that is the main point of our genre. Like, you should expect the anti-mlm movement to talk about this kind of stuff, and then when it eventually does happen, you just go, well, I was waiting for this to happen anyway, alright, whatever. If you are past it, which she tries to make it sound like she is, she desperately wants to move past it, why are you engaging? Just can be like, oh man, there was a live stream, it got 1,000 views. None of those people would buy from me anyway, so oh well. I just feel like this reaction that she has is bizarre. It's obsessive. Anyway, we can watch it. We'll start from the beginning. This live is an hour long. We're not watching the whole thing. We're just gonna watch the beginning while she talks about all this stuff. But damn, she's a mess.
All right, Book of Faces. Welcome in. My name is Stephanie. We're going to play in some makeup tonight. I have partnered with an amazing brand called Farmasi. We are going to discuss some things as I'm playing in some makeup tonight. Because, you know, it really sucks for myself that I fear for my life.
First fucking sentence out of her mouth when she's like addressing the drama is that she fears for her life. And again, I have DC's live linked in the description. Go watch it if you need to verify this for yourself. But DC and people in the chat, because DC has some pretty strict community guidelines as far as not bullying, making fun of people, whatever. No one was being rude, bullying, threatening to this woman at all. Her saying that she fears for her life because DC did a live stream 2 weeks ago where she wasn't even mean? Like, what? Girl, like, talk about being over dramatic. I know what it feels like to have my life be threatened on the internet, and I don't think this ever happened to this woman. No one ever fucking threatened her life. Like, come on. Maybe someone did, and if they did, that's not cool. Can we not fucking threaten people? Doxing people? Not cool. Like, did she even get doxed or anything? Like, do people know where she lives? I can't imagine someone would have doxed her over this, especially someone in DC's audience, and DC for sure did not do that. But, oh, I'm scared for my life. I'm sorry, girl, no. I don't want to fucking hear it. She has the worst main character syndrome I've seen in a long time. She's like, oh, people want to harm me physically. No, we don't. None of us do. I don't. DC doesn't. Anyone watching this video doesn't. You recruiting people is something that we all find unethical, but we still don't want to harm you over that either. The main target for the anti-mlm movement are the companies themselves, because if the company goes down, then all of y'all go down. And then you just go find another MLM and the cycle will repeat itself. But like, ultimately, the real enemy is the companies. We don't give a shit about you as a person, dude. As an individual person in a multi-level marketing company, we don't fucking care. I'll tell you that right the fuck now. As a matter of fact, I'll come out here and say that I hope no one does harm you. I don't condone that. None of y'all better be doing any of that shit. I don't even want you guys contacting her. It is one thing to be critical of something that you posted publicly on the internet, some behavior that you exhibited to a wide audience that hundreds of people saw while you were live, and then probably thousands of people after you were live. There's that, and then there's like threatening people. No one's doing that. Please get over yourself. No one even fucking hates you, dude. Like, she's gonna sit up here and be like, people just hate me so much. No one hates you, but we're critical of you because you're behaving like a fool up here on the internet. And guess what? If you don't want to be talked about, then don't post shit on the internet. I don't know why this is such a hard concept to grasp.
And meaning that, like, I can't even go out in public, like I have to worry about that type of thing now.
No, you don't.
And it's really scary.
If I met this woman face to face, first of all, I probably wouldn't even recognize her because I know her as the unibrow lady. She always has like filters and stuff on. The videos we were watching before, she has filters. I wouldn't even recognize her if I ran into her. I'd be like, who the fuck are you? If she didn't come up to me with a unibrow, I wouldn't know who she was. But second of all, even then, like, I'll treat her with respect. And then if she's gonna be stupid, then I'd laugh at her and walk away. Like, if she wants to try to get all like, come talk to me, then I'll call the police. But like, ma'am, go live your life, dude. Go outside. No one fucking cares. No one gives a shit. I'm sorry. Get over yourself. There are a lot more people in this world who deserve to actually be hated. You're just a girl who sells makeup on the internet. It's so unserious.
It really is a very scary situation, to be quite 100% honest about it. That somebody is that obsessed with you, and you have MLM haters. And let me just go ahead and justify this. Did you know that farmasi is not an MLM company anymore?
Few things there. First of all, none of us are obsessed with you. This is the first time I'm ever hearing about you. Am I gonna make a video about you? Yup. But it's like, you're acting like we're out here like just like following your every move and being like, what's she gonna do next? What's she gonna do next? Like, who do you think you are? Kelsey Ray? Please. We all do watch like Kelsey Ray and Courtney Shortney and stuff like all the time because they're their own mess. But even then I wouldn't call that obsession. It's just like, if you follow someone, they just show up in your feed. Like, by that logic, you're obsessed with every single person that you follow on the internet. Like, that's stupid. You're being over dramatic. Secondly, we already addressed the whole pharmacy's not an MLM anymore. She's gonna say in a second, it's social selling. They're the same thing. Here's another look at the compensation plan. Look at that. Look at all those levels. Look at all those multi-levels. It is a multi-level marketing company, period. Doesn't matter what this dumbass says.
Oh, and we're available in, is it 39 or 40 countries? Not 26.
So maybe DC said that in her live, like, what is it, like 26 countries, just probably pulling a number out of her butt. I don't know. Maybe someone even said that in the comments or some shit. I don't know where she's getting that, but it's like such a minor detail. No, it's 40, it's not 26. Okay, who cares? You're trying to be all smart and like, gotcha, okay. The amount of countries that your stupid company is open in, like, that number was wrong. Oh no, I guess we're discredited with everything we fucking say. No, chick, this isn't the gotcha that you think it is.
And, oh, let me just say this. Y'all say hey as you're hopping in here. Let me know that you're here, okay? If you're on the replay, hashtag replay. Oh, and let me tell you this. Did you know when I recruit somebody that I don't get a darn thing? Did you know that?
So she's being intentionally deceptive when she says that. The reason that we say when someone is in an MLM, they make more money by recruiting than they do by actually selling the product, especially in pharmacy with the products being so cheap. We don't mean you recruit someone and the company gives you $100. None of us believe that shit. I mean, even in some companies, maybe that even could be true. They call it like a leadership bonus or a team leader bonus or something like that. But the reason we say that is because the more people you have recruited underneath you, the more people you have to be making percentages of all of their sales and all of their purchases. And that percentage comes back to you in your pocket. So if you have 10,000 people on your team and you're making, I don't know, 3% of all of their sales and all of their purchases, that's gonna add up and you didn't have to do shit for that. So therefore, when you join an MLM, if your idea is to become financially free with it, you gotta recruit people because that is the only way, especially in pharmacy, that you're going to make a full-time income off of this. You gotta recruit people. So yeah, you do make more money by recruiting people than you do by selling the product, but it is an indirect way. And I'm sitting here describing this and she is not this stupid. She thinks that she's flexing. She thinks that she's got a gotcha moment. She doesn't. She's just taking what we're saying and just being a dick about it instead of like actually listening to what we're saying. Like, none of us truly believe that you get a immediate payout the moment you recruit someone. No, this is a long-term thing. This is an indirect way of you making more money by recruiting people than you do by selling the product. I know you're trying to look all smart and shit, but you're not. So congratulations, you have a band of loyal followers behind you who believe that, oh, all the anti-MLMers out there, they don't know what the they're talking about, blah, 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 blah. No, we do. You just paint us in very dishonest lights. Meanwhile, we're just over here literally just reacting to your words. Like the things that you are saying, the words coming out of your pie hole is what we show to people.
Did you know that? When I recruit somebody on my team, that I don't get 1 cent for recruiting them.
But you get cents after you recruit them. Probably get a payout from their starter kit that I would assume they have to buy in pharmacy. I don't know for sure. Because there are some MLMs that you can like join for free and not have to buy a starter kit. But I don't think pharmacy is one of them, but maybe, I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I covered pharmacy. But regardless, you're being so dishonest and so misleading. It's disgusting. Like you should be ashamed of yourself for this.
Now there is companies out there that do, and there is some bad MLM companies out there. I'm not saying there isn't. There are some good ones out there too, okay? And let me just break this down too. I need y'all to share this live, okay?
Don't mind if I do.
And let me break something else down to you. I do make 50% commissions right off the bat. I don't give a crap what anybody says. It doesn't break down to nothing else. Standard thing.
This is such a misunderstanding that I feel like is really easy to get around by just watching like one anti-MLM video, but they won't even do that shit because they're too brainwashed and they're having information control. The I in the bite model is information control, and they tend to just like completely black out anything that any anti-MLM creator ever says or does to keep themselves in an echo chamber. But the thing that they constantly tend to misunderstand, and even to this day I get comments of people being like, well, you have a sponsor on this video, so you're no better than them. That's not the issue that we have with multi-level marketing companies. The issue is the recruiting part. The issue is the dishonesty, the unethical behavior, the fact that a vast majority of people who join a multi-level marketing company will not make money, or they'll actually lose money. This is factually found in multiple studies. None of us have a problem with you making money. It's the way you're making your money. I don't even have an issue with like people in MLMs selling a product and making commission, because that's basically what affiliate marketing is. I don't see an issue with that. It's essentially like referring people, being like, hey, this product's cool. If you buy it, I get a few bucks. That's fine. I don't see a problem with that. I think most people don't see a problem with that. Where the problem comes in is where you're running around being like, look at how easy this is. I'm able to be my own boss, and I have financial freedom, and I have time freedom, and I'm able to stay home with my family because of this amazing company. Wow. It is sold to you as one thing. When you get into it, they discover that it's something entirely different, and by then they've already probably invested a few $100. If it's a more expensive MLM, they've invested significantly more than $100. That's the thing that they don't understand. They literally think our issue is that they sell products and they make money. No, none of us give a shit. As a matter of fact, I can speak for myself, and I think a few other anti-MLM creators out there, but like, we like to amplify small businesses. Referring people to be like, I like this product, that's one thing. Our issue is the business model of multi-level marketing itself. So you can sit here and try to make us out to be something that we're not, make us out to have said something that we've never said. It just speaks to your misunderstanding of what our movement is even about in the first place. And that is a direct result of the echo chamber you have placed yourself into.
Say a cleansing balm, it's $40. I make $20 from that.
Yep, congratulations.
Sure do. Yes, I do. Yeah. I don't have to purchase product and then get a commission and then mark up a commission.
A lot of MLMs don't make you do that. You can do that. The fact that you have a product and you sell the product and you make money when you sell the product is not the issue here. Sometimes it is. Okay, let me walk that back a little bit. Let's use like essential oils, for example. And oh my God, that just reminds me. MLM Exit tagged me in something today where apparently some kid like swallowed tea tree oil. I'm not going to post the pictures here because it's just too fucking sad, but like it was a kid hooked up to all these machines in a hospital bed because he swallowed tea tree oil. I think that's hot oil, so it can like really cause some damage. Like essential oils can be really, really dangerous and cause serious harm to people. But yeah, if you're running around being like, hey, try this essential oil, it'll cure your cancer. If you like, then it's like, yeah, I have a problem with you making money that way. But she's selling makeup, dude. No, none of us give a shit that you're making money selling your concealer and your eyebrow pencil. None of us give a shit about that. She's not being dishonest with the makeup she's selling. She's just not. And like I said, farmasi has like, fine. It's fine. You know what? Actually, farmasi does have like a wellness section, which I don't know anything about. So there could be some issues there that I don't know about. I'd have to look further into it. Yeah, usually when you start getting into these like wellness products and stuff, then it can get a little questionable because there's always unscientific claims. Yeah, when it comes to that, then we can talk. But like what she's doing right now is saying like, I sell lipstick for $15 and I make $7.50. Wow. It's like, okay, congratulations. Cool. That's not our issue.
And here's the thing, a lot of my customers know this. A lot of people that watch me know this. Like I'm not hiding anything. And the type of personality that I am, I'm very straightforward. It's hard for me to be fake. It's hard for me to act like I'm okay. It's hard for me to act like I'm okay when I'm not okay.
Okay, no one's expecting you to do that, but also,
Let me get a little close here.
Therapy can help you with that. If you can't control your emotions, you should go to therapy.
and I am not saying that in a like derogatory way, because therapy is actually really great. Like, therapy can really be helpful to people. So if you're having an issue with controlling yourself, you sit here, you spend an hour watching DC shit and commenting in her comment section, and then you immediately go live, like right after that, you've had hours to try to reel yourself back in, and you didn't. So, like, that says to me that this is like an issue that's actually causing some distress in your life, and it is self-inflicted. If you're gonna let what people say on the internet about you get to you, then you're like not cut out for this. But you need to get to a place where you can handle this and you can move on from it. People are always going to talk about you, especially if you're making content on the internet. People are always going to talk shit, no matter what. You could be as beloved as Jenna Marbles, and people are still going to talk shit. It does not matter. You have to get past that. And until you do, you're going to keep sitting here obsessing over the things that people are saying about you on the internet. That's clearly not working out for you. So, girl, you need to get a hold of yourself. You need to chill. Probably go to therapy. Seriously. Like, I mean that in the most sincere way possible. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm literally telling you, your behavior is not normal.
I'm obviously doing something really good out there in this world. Obviously doing something really, really good. As much hate that I get.
By that logic, she's basically saying, like, I have haters and therefore I'm good. Okay, so what about the bad people? Like, I would say bad people have way more haters than they do people who love them, and they're doing shit bad. How do you differentiate between someone who has haters who's good and someone who has haters who's bad? Like, the amount of haters you have, and even if your haters are, if there's fucking 3 of them, oh fucking well, oh well, who cares? But also your logic here just doesn't make any sense, because it sounds to me like your list of haters is growing day by day because you can't fucking control yourself.
And no, I don't bring it on myself. And
yeah, you do.
I don't go looking for it. Honestly.
How the did you find DC's live then? Did someone send it to you? And then if that's the case, it's like, let me say this too. If you are watching a video that someone made about someone else, I'm saying this from experience, most likely the person who is the subject of the criticism, the video, whatever it is, most likely that person doesn't want to see it, they don't want to hear it, they don't want to whatever. I know how shitty it feels to see your face on someone else's thumbnail when they're talking shit about you. It does feel like shit, and it sucks because here I am doing it to someone else, but like, in my opinion, I think this needs to be talked about. Just like the people who used my face in their thumbnails, they felt like something I did needed to be talked about. That's valid. As long as you're not threatening me, as long as you're being responsible with your audience, like knowing the power you have over an audience, as long as you have that, I'm like, whatever, just like say whatever you want, dude. I don't give a shit. That's your opinion. Cool, you're entitled to it. So I guess moral of the story is maybe don't send stuff to people. Also, the thing is that like, it's likely that someone else has already sent it to that person anyway, so just probably don't do it. I guess is what I'm saying. But speaking from experience, like, I don't want to hear about that stuff. Like, if someone talks shit about me in a Reddit thread, don't send me the fucking Reddit thread. I don't want to see that. It's like, for my mental health, I can't do that. I cannot spend time reading and watching shit of people just like shitting all over me. I can't do it. And I think that goes for most other content creators, so maybe just don't. So it's possible that someone just sent her DC's live, but instead of just being like, I don't give a shit, she freaked the fuck out. And that's what led us here.
I've asked to not even want to know, but then here's something else came up. And, yeah, so in all honesty, it's sad that I can't tell anybody where I'm at until I'm not there anymore. I can't post it on social media until I'm not there anymore. Like, I can't do it in real time anymore.
Good, don't. You shouldn't. That is something I've learned too as a content creator. Like, when I'm out and about, which I don't like to leave my house very often, so I hardly do. If I'm gonna tag the place where I was at or mention where I was at, it's going to be like the day after. That's just, I think, part of being a public figure, if you want to say it that way. Like, if I'm at a restaurant and I'm posting an Instagram story or something, I'm not gonna tag the restaurant. At least if you're gonna do that, it has to be after you left. That's just like being an influencer 101. Especially if you know there are people out there who don't like you, and even if you've never been threatened before, it's probably like good practice to do that. But she's acting like, oh no, I'm such a victim because someone might recognize me. It's again, like, I really don't think you're that important. Like, no, that sounds mean, but I don't know a different way to put it. Like, I don't know how to explain to this woman that no one really gives a shit. She's not on anyone's radar. No one cares. She's just playing the victim.
And it's been like that for the last 4 months. Okay? Because it's gotten really hectic. Even though there's been stuff that had been squashed, well, we got MLM haters. Okay. So, but just to let everybody know, for anybody that missed the memo, farmasi is not an MLM company.
Yes, it is.
It is a social selling company.
Same thing.
That also has paired up with Florida State University for our nutrition. That's how good we are.
First of all, I don't know anything about that. I'd have to research it. When she says partnered up, like, what does that mean? Like, they sell one of your products on campus or some shit? Like, what the fuck do you mean? Second of all, I wouldn't be bragging about anything in Florida picking my shit up. As far as I'm concerned, like, Florida can just stay out of it. I wouldn't be bragging about Florida using my shit for anything. I'd be like, oh, fuck, I must be doing something wrong if Florida likes what I'm saying. Not the flex you think it is.
I need y'all to share this live. There's 23 of you. Let's see if we can get the video out and shared. I feel like we're not getting the video out there like I really want to. And so we're just going to go ahead and play in some makeup. Okay?
So a reminder, like, she is asking for this. She's asking for people to see this live. So, like, if I get any copyright reports on this video and stuff, if she gets all up in my comments and starts telling me to take shit down, Buttercup, she called me Buttercup. Girl, you asked for this. You asked for people to share this. So here I am. I'm doing it. Why are you so mad?
And you know, the hilarious part is I have a really big thing that I'm supposed to do tomorrow at 11 o'clock for corporate. And of course, this is the way the devil works, you know?
Did you guys know me and DC are the devil? But also, like, again, DC's live was almost 2 weeks ago as I'm recording this, and she had just found out about this. Like, this video that we're watching right now, this live was like 14 hours ago or whatever it was. So, I mean, technically, if you want to blame the devil, this is old news. Like, you're freaking out about old news and blaming the devil for it, so.
It's unfortunate that you have people that hate you because you're successful. You have people hate you because people love you. You have people hate you because you tell the truth and you're honest about things.
No, you're not being honest. You literally just came out and said that farmasi isn't an MLM and then called it a social selling company, even though they're the same fucking thing. Those are two interchangeable phrases that you can use to describe a multi-level marketing company, and you're out here trying to be like, you can't hate me, anti-MLMers, because farmasi isn't even an MLM. But then you look at the compensation plan and it's like, actually it is an MLM. It's very clearly still an MLM. Like, look at the multi-levels in your compensation plan. Hello? Just stupid. It's so stupid. I'm so honest. No, you're not. You're being dishonest as and also, none of us hate you. I can't speak for everybody, but, like, I only have hate in my heart for, like, really bad people. Aside from that shit, you're adding more importance to yourself that it's not a thing. None of us care that much, dude. From a humanist standpoint, I care about your well-being, ma'am. I do. I really, truly do. On a personal level, I think you're kind of a monster, and I think that you need help. I think you need to look inward and start taking responsibility for your own actions. That's what I think, but that doesn't mean I hate you. I certainly don't. And I know DC doesn't either. We don't hate you. You're just worthy of criticism and you're getting it. And you're asking people to share it. So yeah, we're gonna say stuff about it while we're sharing it. Like, what do you expect? It's self-inflicted.
They want to splice down and record certain sections of my content, which is actually against anything. I don't give anyone the right to record anything of mine.
Doesn't matter.
That is copyright infringement.
No, it is not. That is fair use. Copyright infringement would be me taking the full movie of The Lion King and posting it on my YouTube channel. That's copyright infringement. Claiming something as my own that is not mine would be copyright infringement. Recording your content, saving a live stream what we're watching right now was saved to her Facebook profile. It's up. Anyone can go watch it. And she has a public profile. You posted it. You left it up. Here we are reacting to it. You asked people to share it. If they like you, they can share it. But if there's someone who has some critical things to say about you, then it's copyright infringement. Girl, don't sit up here and try to pretend like you know what copyright laws are. Like, you clearly don't.
I do have an LLC.
Doesn't
and I will
matter.
come for you.
Okay.
Just that.
Okay, yeah. All right. Come for me for copyright infringement. Good fucking luck. It's called the Fair Use Doctrine. Look it up.
Use my content without my knowledge in a negative manner, and I will come for you.
So the thing is that I was commenting on her comments on DC's, and I told her that I would be making a video about her. So if she comes at me and being like, you use my content without my knowledge. Nope, I told you ahead of time I'd be doing this, and you didn't try to stop me. So yeah, no, nothing was done here without your knowledge. I'm literally telling you. I told you in those comments that I'd be making videos. So, okay.
We're just going to say that.
Wow,
okay?
I am so scared.
I put on some eye primer. We're going to put on some loose translucent powder. I can't really go into anything that happened because I don't want to give them, how could I say it? I could sit here and play the whole thing. Love you, Alfie. But I don't want to do that.
No, you wouldn't want to do that because, like, everything you're saying, DC, oh, she was so mean, and now I'm fearing for my life. Well, because if you played it in full, people would be like, what's the big deal? Because DC's a kind person. She didn't fucking say anything wrong. That's why you don't want to share it. That's why you don't want to sit here and play it and react to it, because your bluff will be very easily called.
At the end of the day, there has been times that I've gotten upset. You know, I've been hurt really badly, and I'm just going to go through this. We're going to go through this right now, okay? If you don't want to support me because I have drug charges, don't support me.
No one is fucking coming at you for that. No one in the anti-MLM movement anyway. Anyone who does is being a jackass. That's a really shitty thing to do, to just come after someone because they've had some hardships in their lives, because they had addiction problems. Like, that's fucked up, but no one's doing that, and DC certainly did not do that.
I'm not hiding a word. I'm not hiding anything. Of what I used to be, of what I did.
She's acting like that is the thing that we're all mad at her about. Like, oh, she did drugs one time, and she makes commissions when she sells products. It's like, girl, you are misdirecting your insecurities. Like, that's what she's doing right now. She's insecure about her past, and it's valid. She's done some things she's not proud of. All of us have, okay? I mean, not all of us have done meth, but, like, you can't really hold that against her. Like, an addiction is an addiction, okay? But I think what she's doing here is, like, obviously she's trying to play the victim, but she's using her own insecurities to be like, this is why I'm a victim. And it's like, no one was saying this. At least in the situation she's reacting to right now, which was DC's live stream, no one was saying that shit. No one was being like, haha, you did drugs and now no one wants to support you. No one fucking said that. You're just insecure, and you're projecting those insecurities onto your audience to get sympathy, I guess? Because instead of taking responsibility for yourself, grasping control of yourself, controlling your emotions, instead of doing any of that, you're just like, I'm the victim. Wah! You are not a victim. You are doing this to yourself.
And to be honest, I probably shouldn't even be on here right now.
Yeah, you shouldn't. This is a mistake.
But I'm very hurt right now.
That's exactly why you shouldn't be on here right now, actually. That's like the exact reason why you should not.
And you know why I'm so hurt? Because this stuff came out because of me being bullied. Every day. I was being bullied every day.
I just really want to see a example of what she thinks bullying is. I'm sure some not nice things were said. She also contributed to saying not nice things about other people. Don't try to sit up here and act like you're so fucking innocent. She's saying, like, I freaked out and panicked on a live stream because I was being bullied. And it's like, it's more so like you irresponsibly channeled your anger and frustration on a live stream where you really should have just, like, been by yourself, seeking solace with your husband or your family, escaping, unplugging. That's really what you should have done. And in this situation, you should have done that too. Because she's just up here like, time to go live and cry some more. Like, she even admits she knows she shouldn't be doing this. So then why do you keep doing it?
By certain individuals. And that stuff was supposed to be dropped and stopped and not keep going.
Welcome to the internet. The internet never forgets. People are probably going to continue talking about you, especially now you're putting yourself in the spotlight to be targeted with more criticism. I don't know what she doesn't get from this. Like, what is the point? What are you trying to do? Trying to talk to your people to get validation and make yourself feel better, but like, it's dishonest. You're getting validation for something that isn't really real. Like, no one wants to support me because of my drug habit. Okay, no one said that. You said that. You're making shit up. We don't want to support you because you're in a multi-level marketing company. Period. You can call, oh, I'm sorry, a social selling company. That's why we don't want to support you, because we don't agree with the business model you operate within.
Unfortunately, there's videos that are around that are sections of recording my videos and recording my content to try to twist everything that I say, everything that I do. You know, it would be super sad if I just fell off my rocker, because I did use those words, and I never got up. Like, what do you want out of life? Do you want people to get better? Or do you want people to continue to dig themselves in a hole?
No, don't you try to put this on us. Don't sit here and be like, I'm posting stuff on the internet and people are talking about it. I'm the victim. No, dude, you know how you can get better? Is if you stop this shit. If you disconnect from this shit and teach yourself to be like, people are gonna talk, oh well. That's it. That's all you have to do. And I know it's hard. It took me a while to get to that point. Literally took a few years. But like, I mean, she's already a few months in and she still hasn't made any progress at all, clearly, by what's going on here. But she's basically being like, if I harm myself, it's on you guys. It's your fault. Because you guys keep talking about it. No. How about just get fucking control of yourself? You know, it would really be a shame if I were to relapse. Like, yeah, it would be. Don't blame other people for it. You're trying to blame us for your bad behavior. No, you're an adult. You're a fucking adult. Grow the fuck up.
What does society want?
We want you to take responsibility for yourself and stop being a fucking victim. Sorry, I'm getting mad.
I'm asking a serious question.
I'm answering. Grow up.
So, because I fell off my rocker for 3 years, I already have to live with that until I leave this world.
Congratulations.
You know?
That sucks.
But is that going to be brought up for the rest of my life?
It depends on what you do with it. And right now, you clearly haven't made any changes. So, yeah, I don't want to say for the rest of your life, but, you know, if you can turn around and be like, look, I'm reformed. Actions speak louder than words, dude. Like, just stop entertaining us. Honestly. And I'm saying that as someone who this is their job. My livelihood is like pointing out bad behavior on the internet at this point, and I'm telling you to knock it off. I don't ever want to see your face again. So just like, this is the best advice I can give you. Stay the fuck away from anti-mlm anything. Stay away from Reddit, probably. I'm sure they're talking about you on TikTok gossip or something like that. Stay away from it. Disengage. What does society want? That's what we want you to do. We want you to realize your role in this and take responsibility for yourself. But right now, that's not what you're doing. You're playing the victim. That's the problem.
Because I'm successful and somebody wants to try to bring me down to destroy my business.
Nope.
Like, make that make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense because that's not what's going on, because that's not reality. That's the thing about fake made up situations, is that they don't make sense in reality because it's not real. That's not what's happening. You're making shit up and being like, that doesn't make sense. Okay, it came out of your fucking head, man.
Like, that makes sense to me. I'm not understanding it. I don't understand.
It's a fucking delusion.
You know, like, I had a top leader reach out to me in November, and she sent me a voice message, and she may even be listening right now. And I don't even know if she even knew anything that was going on. But she knew what it's like when you're up here and you're a target by so many.
You know, there are ways that you can be up here and not be a target for anyone, and generally that comes with, I don't know, not being an overreactionary, scamming, in my opinion, piece of garbage. How am I scamming if I'm just doing my makeup? It's because you're selling this opportunity to people as one thing, and then when they join your team, it's something entirely different than what you're selling it to be. You're giving false expectations of what to expect coming into this business, and you're not putting that into your sales pitch, so therefore when people get in, it's a completely different thing than they thought it was. That's why it's a scam. Also, you're making money when they buy their starter kits and when they buy product for themselves to use. And I would guarantee that you have told your team before that they need to be a product of the product, they need to be trying the products, they need to be investing. This is just coming from my experience having been in 2 multi-level marketing companies and also consumed way too much content surrounding it. This is what happens. They encourage trying all of Farmasi's products, using them so that they can sell the product themselves. That just ends up putting people into debt. And again, Farmasi isn't that expensive, so it's like, how much debt are you really putting yourself into? Still though, that's why I say you're a scammer. That's why, in my opinion, I think she's a scammer. I think every person who builds a team in a multi-level marketing company is a scammer, in my opinion, because it's never sold for what it truly is. It's never pitched honestly, because if it was pitched honestly, no one would join. And we have seen fucking WFAB did a live stream that got leaked, and they were saying that shit, and they were one of the more successful MLM teams in the world at that point. Well, when they were in Monet anyway, not when they were in iGenius, but like, they were saying that shit, okay? This is not just me making this shit up. This is the thing that they say. So it's like, I have to explain that for legal reasons. That's why I think you're a scammer and everyone else in MLM is a scammer, in my opinion. But I think I'm justified in my beliefs in that.
Does anybody realize what kind of headspace that I was in a couple months ago? I don't think anybody really does.
I think you're still in that headspace. You haven't done anything to protect yourself, to grow. You haven't looked inward and taken any responsibility for yourself. And that's why you're still here on a live stream crying. That's why you're here. Because you're not taking steps to better yourself. Instead, you're just sitting here like, I had a bad headspace. I was being bullied. I'm the victim. Okay, do something about it. Because clearly you haven't changed, and it's been 4 months or however long it's been. You clearly have done nothing with that experience.
Because I didn't show it online, besides when I would get mad and upset for taking up for myself. Anytime I defend myself, I'm in the wrong.
Because of the way you defend yourself. It's not because you're defending yourself, because you have a right to defend yourself, okay? But it's the way you do it. You get on a live stream and you fucking yell at people and threaten legal action against people just for saying things that you don't agree with, trying to weaponize your rich in-laws. Like, yeah, you are in the wrong when you do that.
Because I'm defending myself. Just like the other day, somebody come in here on this live video, and I can't even remember what they said, but I can't even remember what they said, but they had 1 follower. And I said something because they had 1 follower, because that's a fake account.
Okay, then don't say anything.
Any way you look at it.
Just ignore them.
They won't show their face.
If they're fake, then why do you fucking care? Why do you care? If they have 1 follower, your mindset should be, that's someone who's too much of a fucking coward to show me who they really are. So it should not matter to you.
They won't show who they are. They won't show their face. They create these fake accounts.
Who cares? Grow up. Get over it.
I'm telling you right now, you guys, like, if I could tell you anything, if you know somebody that literally, why is people trying to kick people, just continually keeping them down? Do you want people to do better, or do you not?
Yeah, that's why we're here.
That's a real, honest, genuine question, because of the video that I literally just sat and listened to, that I was not even done. Like, I don't understand it. I don't.
Again, DC was very nice and respectful. She's just playing the victim here.
And to tell me to keep stuff off alive, let me tell you something. if I didn't talk about it, and if I didn't go through it, and I didn't discuss it on live, I may not even be alive.
Therapy. You need fucking therapy. If your whole thing is that you need to be able to express this to somebody who will listen, TikTok Live, Facebook Live is not the place to be doing it. It's not a healthy place to be doing it. Talk to a fucking therapist about this. Seriously. I just know she's gonna look at this video and be like, it's a hate video. I don't fucking hate you. I do want the best for you. Everyone else around you is like touching you with kid gloves and being like, oh no, it's okay. No, you're not doing anything wrong. It's fine. No, you want fucking answers? Here's your answer. Your behavior is what's gotten you here. It's because you as a grown-ass adult can't take control of yourself. Go to therapy. I'm fucking serious, dude.
I mean, like, you've got to talk about the things at some point, somehow, somewhere.
Why do you feel like TikTok Live and Facebook Live is the only place to do that? When there's actual professionals that, like, that's their job, is to listen to you.
Things have to be talked about.
Therapy.
Because it's not fair.
Therapy.
It's not fair. It's not fair. I know life isn't fair.
It's not fair that I keep getting held accountable for my shitty behavior. You know, none of this would be happening right now if you hadn't, like, gone on a commenting spree on DC's 2-week-old live stream because you got your feelings hurt. Control yourself.
And the only reason that I'm saying anything about anything is because what I did in the past should have never been brought out on the internet like it has. But you want to know why it has? Because I have haters that they try to dig anything and everything they can to try to twist the narrative of who I am, the person that I am.
We're literally just, like, reacting to your own behavior. So that's where we get that from. Yeah.
I know that people that know me know who I am. And I'll tell you right now, there is some people that come across me that I may be a villain in their story. But what caused me to be a villain in their story? I want you to ask yourself that.
You're not a villain in my story. You're not a villain in DC's story. Again, like, no one really cares. From a humanist perspective, I do care about her, and I do hope that she gets help, and I do fucking hope she goes to therapy. But goddamn, there's nothing more frustrating to me than seeing a grown-ass person who is clearly older than me. I don't know how old she is. She's at least in her 40s, maybe even coming up on 50. If she's really lucky, maybe she's over 50, and she looks great for that. But anyway, there's nothing I hate more than adults who can't fucking control themselves.
Because I'm not just a villain in somebody's story. I don't just say things to people just to be mean to people. I defend myself. And I don't even hardly defend myself. It's only when I've had enough that I defend myself. And let me just say this. From the very first time that I ever stepped on a live video doing content, I'm just going to say this. I was fully transparent about everything. Am I going to discuss that every live? No. Why? Because let me tell you something. God wiped my slate clean. And for anybody that can't accept that, they've got to get, there's something not right in their heart. And they will have to take a judgment for that.
Man, I almost wore my sinner shirt today. I should have. Yeah, no, I don't believe that there will be a judgment day. She's trying to, like, weaponize that, too, and be like, oh, you guys are going to be judged for this one day. You guys are going to go to hell for what you're doing to me. It's like, I don't believe that. So, yeah, no, I don't think that's a thing. So, that kind of threat of eternal damnation doesn't faze me at all. But anyway, when she's, like, there are people who aren't okay with just, like, letting me be, basically. It's like, it seems like you're the only one who isn't moving forward. To be fair, like, DC started the live stream to react to those 2 videos that we watched in the first place. She didn't even know that there was, like, this whole drama brewing and stuff. While she was, like, if you watch it, it's while she was live, she found out, like, oh, there's this team drama, and there was, like, this girl, and there's this other video where they hash it out and stuff. Like, she found that out live on the stream. She did not go into it being like, ooh, let's bring up some old shit from 4 months ago. Like, no, that wasn't her intention, and she's painting her in a dishonest light, and that's really hypocritical.
For any of the MLM haters, any of my haters, if you hate me, why are you here? Why are you on my content?
We
don't watch me.
We don't hate
If
you.
you don't like me, do not watch me. Block me. Okay? Don't follow me. Don't watch me. Don't take videos of me. Don't act like you're my friend. Don't ask me a question. Don't talk to me. Don't don't talk to me. Don't play the petty stuff. My circle is getting even more like I'm like this. Like
Good.
I'm like this. Like I'm like this. I'm too afraid to talk to hardly anybody about anything.
Then it sounds like you need better friends in your life. Like, you need trusted people that you can talk to about stuff instead of, venting on a live stream for validation. This is all like her insecurities, and she's saying them out loud, but like presenting them in a way where she's like, this is just reality and don't do this, blah blah blah. But it's like, what she's phrasing this as is like, there's just this mob of people who hate her, and that's just not true. It's simply not true. And if she wants to be like, why do you even watch me if you don't like me? First of all, it's my job. Second of all, when I see grown-ass adults behaving on the internet like children, I call that shit out, because I feel like people like this woman, and then there are so many people in her age range and beyond, even younger too, but like, the younger you are, the less expectation that any of us have for you to act like an adult. But like, at her age, she should know better. So when I see this kind of behavior, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about it and I'm gonna call it out, because I believe that this kind of behavior from adults is what got this country to where it is right now. Whiny little crybaby bitches who can't take responsibility for themselves and try to shut people down who have anything negative to say about them. Grown ass adults desperately want to be victimized. They want to be a victim so fucking bad that they create scenarios to make themselves feel better, like they're so oppressed, they just really want to be oppressed. And it's like, you're not. You're faking it, you're playing the victim, and when there are real, true victims out here, and you're trying to take the spotlight away simply because you are unwilling to take responsibility for yourself. So yeah, that's why I'm here. I fucking can't stand that shit.
They just try to use little short portions and to twist who I really am and my character.
I mean, it was a pretty significant short portion of your life. If you're gonna behave that way, how can you expect someone not to clip that? Like, it was pretty substantially unhinged.
Oh, I know. They're miserable.
Yeah, I'm so sad.
They do. And it's painful. And for anybody that wants to cause anybody hurt and pain like this, there's something not right there.
Nope, see, ultimately, that's where you're wrong. That's because you can't get out of the victim mindset. Ultimately, I would like to see you get better and learn from your mistakes and grow up a little bit, because then I feel like, honestly, I feel like this country could be such a better place if everyone just, like, took responsibility for themselves. So that's why, yeah, like I said, that's why I'm here. It's not a matter of, like, I'm so fucked up in the head that I want to cause pain to people. No, actually, like, it's quite the opposite. I think that if we can, as a society, eliminate this behavior from adults, I feel like we'd be in a lot better place than we are right now. But nope.
I don't care if your content is to expose people to whatever, like, that's not okay. Like, that is cyberbullying, that's cyber attacking, that is...
This is not that.
Listen.
I'm telling you right now, I am actively coming out here, and I've said this already in this video, don't contact this person, don't bring it real life, don't do that shit. I'm not trying to cyberbully anybody or cyber attack anybody. Do not go into this woman's shit and be like, oh, Savannah sent me. Like, no, don't do it, because I'm telling you right now not to do it. I'm telling you I don't endorse that. I don't stand for it, none of that. But if she really thinks that, like, a video like this, just like reacting to the shit that she's publicly putting on the internet, if she's saying that this is cyberbullying, like, that's insane. I'm trying to make you see that you need to hold yourself accountable and be an adult instead of playing the victim all the time. But she doesn't see that because of the victim mentality.
When stuff gets so bad at a point that you don't even want to be on live, you don't even want to do your job, you don't even want to, like, they're trying to succeed in what they're doing. And I say that all the time, that there is people that come into my live videos and they say there's triggering things because they want to see me triggered. They want to see that, they want to change the comments.
Okay, but that's you though. Like, that's on you. If you don't want people to see you triggered, like if you feel like you're gonna get to that, press the button that ends the live. Press the end live button and get the off of the internet. Like that's what level-headed people would do. Like if you don't want to freak out on the internet, you need to get off the internet. Go freak out to your husband, go freak out to a therapist, go freak out to your friends. Like do that shit behind closed doors. Don't do it publicly.
To not focus on what I'm doing here, and that is to sell product.
Then you
right?
ignore them. And then don't these people always have mods and stuff? Like have your mods block people who comment triggering shit in your comments. Do you not have mods? If you don't, you should. And if your mods aren't already doing that, then you should probably get new mods. So much of this is within your control, and you're making it out to be like, I can't control it. I just can't. It's like, okay, well, I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Of course, I love to help others. I encourage. How many people do I pray for on a daily basis? How many people do I message on a daily basis? How many people are talking to me on the hundreds?
I'm such a
I
good
talk
person.
to hundreds of people every single day. That is it. And Misery Loves Company. And it's defamation of character. Yes, it is.
No, it's
Trying
not.
to
We're just playing your exact words and reacting to them. That's not defamation of character. Defamation of character is making something up and lying intentionally in order to cause harm to somebody. That's what defamation of character is, and that is not what DC did, and that is not what I'm doing here. I am reacting to what you are saying, your exact words, uncut. I mean, cut in the way that I can interject when I need to because commentary and fair use. But other than that, no one's clipping you out of context. We're playing the whole context.
manipulate short sections of videos.
And that was not manipulated either. Oh my god. It's a full unedited 3-minute long clip. No one cut and manipulated anything in those clips that we watched earlier.
To make it as their narrative. All I'm saying is quit kicking people down, y'all. Quit doing it. Quit.
Okay, then maybe like take some steps to better yourself, and then maybe people won't. And then by the time that you're to the place where like, okay, I feel better within myself and I'm not going to do those behaviors anymore, once people are still going to come at you and be like talking shit and stuff, you'll be in a better mindset for you to be like, yeah, actually f that, I don't care. That's where you need to get to, and you're not there, and you haven't even made any steps to get there yet.
Stop. Stop. I have a unibrow? Yes. Is it for marketing? Yes. I will not stop it. I will never stop it.
Good, because it's genius.
It is what it is. And it's like those ones that come in and they're like, oh, she's just doing it for clout or and
Yeah.
don't be hating. You would do it too.
Yeah. No, I'm on her side on this. I think what she's doing is great. She looks goofy as hell, but like it's working for her. It clearly is working for her and in getting viewers and getting people to watch her and buy her shit. Like, great. Great, good for you. It's giving Jessie Lee Ward doing Tubby Time. She did a MLM training back in the day, God rest her soul. She was fully dressed like in a hoodie in a bathtub full of water and bubbles doing an MLM training, and she got like a bunch of views and attention for that because it's crazy, it's wild. Why are you doing that, ma'am? I don't know. But she did, and it worked for her, and this is like, it's giving the same thing. By all means, as long as you're not hurting anybody, do what you need to do to get the attention you want. But like, don't get upset when the attention turns on you when you start behaving badly. Her marketing is genius. Her childlike victimhood behavior is not.
I've seen people do some really, at least I'm up front. Like, I'm not hiding anything. You know, I sell product. I sell amazing product. That's why I have repeat buyers. I love the brand that I partner with. You know, this has nothing to do with that. This has nothing to do with that. This has something to do with me. And I'm just tired of the cyberbullying me. I'm tired of it, man. I'm really tired of it.
Then get better. I don't know what else to tell you. Take responsibility for yourself and it'll stop.
Up until this point today, you know, I've said, don't send me any videos, don't send me any pictures. I don't want to know, you know. I got to where I put my foot down and I said, I don't want to know. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know.
That's good.
Because if I don't know, I don't know, you know. I don't have that in my mind of everything when I say things that I'm wanting to address stuff and say stuff. Please don't drop comments or names in the comments. I don't know who has caused this. I don't know what is behind this. But I do know that, like, and if you're watching this and you don't like me, don't come back. Stay away from me. Okay? Just stay away from me. That's where I'm at. And you want to know, like, and I'm going to go through this one more time. I make 50% commission.
Okay, listen, here's the thing. This video is so long. We're 20 minutes into an hour and 10-minute long video. If she says anything else like wild, maybe I'll like edit it into the end of this or something. She said something wild. So here we are. So yeah, guys, DC actually did end up watching this live, I think in full over 2 parts. So I'll have those linked in the description if you want to watch them. However, I do feel like this part needs to be put at the end of this video because Stephanie's behavior is simply disgusting towards DC. Basically, I guess the backstory you need to know is that DC does have quite a few health issues. I mean, she's open that she has them, but like she doesn't like openly like talk about all of that. But you're gonna see in the clip I'm gonna show you Stephanie making fun of DC for one of the symptoms of her health condition. It's very sad, and I'm gonna show you the clip from DC's live so you can see DC's reaction and see how it really affected her. It is very sad and very heartbreaking that Stephanie decided she needed to take it to this level, especially against someone like DC. Like, again, like I've said, you know, she's just one of the most kind-hearted people I've ever known, and it really, really irks me and makes me so upset that Stephanie felt the need to take it to this point, and it's just not fair. It is not okay to do this kind of stuff. So here's the clip.
For me to defend myself and be done like this, like, it's just nuts. I did hear them talk about BP and prove it. So they're definitely MLM haters. I can tell you that. With a hat, with long hair, with a red face.
Oh, thanks so much. Appreciate y'all commenting on my medical shit. That's fun. That's like so fun. Wow. Par for the course, I guess. How I look doesn't add or take away from the fact that multi-level marketing is an unethical business model. How I look doesn't make my ideas better or worse. How I look is the most uninteresting thing about me. I feel when I hear her comment about my red face, the story I make up about that is that she was trying to take me down a notch, and that commenting on my appearance either made her feel good or somehow took away from what I was saying. And I'm upset. Wow. Why? I'm like, I'm not going to share all my medical stuff. How I'm feeling right now is why I don't comment on how people look. Because I don't want them to feel like this. I want to stay in logical fallacies. I want to stay in FTC violations. I want to stay in bad business practices.
And I'm sure if I could just find out who their names are, I can get a lawyer to take care of it. I know that for a fact. You know, it's just get me more attention. But the fact is I just hate that my drug charges keep being blasted everywhere. You know, what I did in...
You keep bringing it up. We commented on it. I may have to, like... I'm dysregulated right now and I'm trying to decide what I need to do.
I do want to say that I might be making a part 2 to this video because today a whistleblower actually dispersed a video of Stephanie fighting with these girls. They did like a live stream fighting with each other. It is like the Real Housewives of Farmasi, dude. It is wild. It's wild that this exists. It was like sent in a group chat and then someone screen recorded the group chat and sent it over. So yeah, we have a whistleblower, and from what I've seen of it, guys, it really paints Stephanie in the light that I think we all see her in already, as playing the victim, trying to manipulate the situation, trying to say that everyone else is coming out to get her, when she is, honestly, from what I have seen, she is being terrible. I wouldn't even say she's being bullied. She's being confronted, and again, her behavior is terrible. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. I will cover it, but like the video I was given is not the highest quality, but damn. Just for the pure fact that I truly do not like Stephanie. Like, I really don't. I mean, obviously I said in this video, you know, I wish the best for her from a humanist level, but that's basically as far as I go with her. From a personal level, I do not like this woman, and I'm happy to call her out and put her behavior on blast. Like, I'm absolutely happy to do that. So yeah, I'm probably gonna make the video anyway. But another reason I wanted to make a video is because when DC did her live stream of the live that we were watching today, Stephanie and her upline actually came into DC's chat. Her upline used her son's cancer to defend Farmasi, and then I got really mad in the chat and started essentially yelling at them, and they both like scattered like fucking cockroaches. So I just think these people are the scum of the earth. So I feel like that's all stuff we need to go over too. So anyway, yeah, if you're not already subscribed, definitely subscribe, turn on your notifications, because yeah, I really do think that this is a video that I'm gonna have to make, and it'll be out shortly. So all right, we can get to the end here. Again, I told you guys what her name is. Please don't comment or anything, but if you want to watch this in full, it's on her Facebook, dude. Like, it's public. I told you her name. Easy to find, super easy to find. Just please, for the love of Glob, don't leave comments, don't send her messages, do not harass her. Period. I'm telling you not to do it, okay? Yeah, moral of the story is, if you don't want to be bothered by what other people are saying on the internet about you, you can either A, stop posting on the internet, which obviously is not a valid pathway for you because this is your job. I understand that. You can either do that, or you can disengage completely. If someone sends you a video that you don't like, that's talking about you, you can be like, please don't send me this. I've done that to people. Like, people will be like, I don't know if you know, but like someone made this video about you or whatever. I'm like, I don't really care. Please don't send that stuff to me anymore. And it's not rude to say that. It's setting a boundary. It's totally fine if you set boundaries for yourself like that with your audience. If you say, you know, I love engaging with you guys, I love talking to you guys or whatever, but please don't send me things where people are being negative about me. And I think that's totally valid. But like, at the end of the day, I think what I've been saying anyway, like me personally in this video, I think what I've been saying has been constructive criticism, even though, you know, I can get a little mean. I'm not the nicest person in the world, but it comes from good intentions, okay? I'm telling you right now, it comes from a place of wanting a better world and for you to behave like your age. Act your age, please, because right now you're acting like a child. If I hear from her, you'll definitely know. Y'all will definitely know, and then we'll know that she's not interested in actually fixing the problem and changing her behavior. So that's that. Anyway, before we end here, I do have to thank my patrons and my members, guys. The list of sorry, I'm like clicking to it right now. The list of names I'm about to read off are my financial supporters. They get access to things like our private Discord server. We have a postcard club, sometimes even more than that. So if I don't know why I'm like doing this while I'm talking. I've never done that. Why am I doing that? I don't know. To save time? I don't know. If any of that sounds good to you, you can go to patreon.com/SavannahMaria, or you can click the join button beneath this video to join my YouTube memberships. Whatever platform works for you works for me. So with that, the biggest thank you in the whole wide world goes to Hula Chowdown, Jacqueline Nutton, Kessie Drew, KJ Barnes, Leanne, Marie Silver, Caroline Reed, Daniel Urena, Maddie Darley, Ray, Stephanie Mayfield, LaSalle Story, AJC, Fuffy Duckbutt 24, Elaine, Ferd Turgeson Esquire, Love to Be Evil, Just Mark, Baby Pink Pearl, Alice Wagner, Fallon Harris, Jessica Billhart, and Emion. And to the rest of my financial supporters, thank you so much for being here and being you. And even if you're not a financial supporter, thanks for making it to the end of this video. It really means a lot to me, and you know, YouTube loves watch time. This one's gonna be a long one, so I appreciate it if you're still here. Don't touch the poop, don't contact this woman, don't do any of those things. Be respectful, be responsible. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye.